G'day guys, FlickandRrusti here. This is the first episode of our champion blind date.
Booyah.
Something a little bit sort of exciting.
It's basically just an excuse to pick two totally random either epics or legendaries out of a hat and have a bit of a chat about them. See if we think they're going to be any good.
Alright, so who have we got in the mix tonight?
Well, I happen to pull Deathless
Deathless. Ooh.
from Night Revenants epic.
I pulled Rockbreaker.
Oh, you got a Rockbreaker.
Rockbreaker, a dwarf, an epic dwarf.
That would make for an interesting couple.
It would.
But
she looks like she would swim really fast with that head.
Yeah, she does.
She looks like a swimmer.
She does look like a swimmer. I don't know about.
So she's got that.
Yeah. Maybe she needs to go back to professional swimming or something.
Aquatica.
yeah. Swim back to Aquatica. Alright, let's have a look. A1 attacks one enemy, has a 70% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense, which is a big one for 2 turns. If one or more allies are dead. A 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns if 2 or more allies are dead. And a 50% decrease accuracy debuff for 2 turns if 3 or more allies are dead. So basically, what she's saying is you pretty much need a team wipe with just her standing.
Yeah.
And she'll put decreased defense, decreased speed, decreased accuracy. Basically like a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I mean, she would want to do some serious work to be able to back up all those allies. Getting
damage
smoked.
Based on defense as well. So yeah, I guess you could just defense her up to withstand those hits.
Yeah. A2 places a 30% reflect damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. Then attacks one enemy. Has an 80% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. And that's on the one enemy. So
yeah.
You know.
Nothing crazy. Nah.
I mean, she's pretty selfish so far.
It's all about her, isn't it?
Yeah. A3 attacks all enemies. This attack will always be a crit if there are 2 or more dead allies. Damage increases according to the number of dead allies. So
that's where she gets her name from.
She's not a team player.
No. And
we got increased resist by 70 in the arena, which isn't too bad, I suppose. But, I mean, just looking at it, I probably wouldn't use her.
Not great.
I probably wouldn't invest in her for somebody that only uses their abilities when everybody else is dead. I would probably say no. Is he meant to be looking through these slits?
Yeah, that's
his eye holes.
You just assume that he's got a frown on his face, don't you? Just from that helmet. You just know he's grumpy. All right, so we're just gonna take a quick look over Rockbreaker's solid kit. He is a defense champion after all. So we've got up here, his attacks one enemy, increases this champion's defense by 4% each time this skill is used. Stacks up to 20%. So, yeah, not bad.
It's not bad.
His A2 is a 75% chance of placing a provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Places a counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns. That is very nice. That's a great move.
I reckon that's pretty nice.
Yeah, yep, definitely. What does that go up to? You get 75. That books out to 100 cement.
Yep.
On a 3-turn cooldown too. So
yeah, that's real nice.
That'll get the job done. What do we got in his A3? We got a passive has a 25% chance of decreasing damage inflicted on this champion by 50% each time this champion is attacked. Wow. Okay, so what does that go to? 25, 30, 40, 50% chance. Wow. So, yeah.
He's good.
He's got is his aura all battle defense aura? Arena battle aura. So you run a tight defense crew in your arena and look out.
Yeah, I think if you pulled him early, even mid game, if you pulled him early on, I reckon he'd literally just be a carry.
Yeah, easily.
I think for most places, even like you'd be able to fit him into most teams of whatever you're doing at the time. You'd be able to use him. Arena he'd get you going in arena. Yeah, I think he'd be awesome for progress for early to sort of mid or early mid.
Yep, and pretty easy to gear, I would say as well, because a defense based champion, you don't really have to worry too much about the speed because he's got that 50% chance to ignore half of incoming attacks.
Yeah, especially
so you can
earlier
just knock back. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'd be happy with a little rock breaker.
Absolutely, colander head.
Cauldron head.
Cauldron face. Would you take him out for dinner?
I reckon it'd be fun out.
I think he would be too.
Yeah, I reckon it'd be a loose cannon.
I think if he could manage to put his hammers down for a couple of minutes and get some pints in his fists, I think he'd be good fun.
Yeah, he'd be a lot of fun. Cool.
I like him.
I like him too.
I reckon thumbs up. Basically, Rockbreaker, you can't hear him because he's got the cauldron on his head, but he's just screaming, "I want to party."
I want to rock. So that's sort of a little blind date for Rockbreaker and Deathless at the moment. Rockbreaker's definitely won this one out, I think. Yeah,
he's pulling the pin. He's going.
Yep. No, he's definitely the better of the two.
Yeah, 100%. Rockbreaker, yes, definitely. I would use him. I would invest in him. He looks pretty fun. Deathless, not so much.
Not even a little bit. Well, thanks for tuning in for this first episode of Champion Blind Date. Feel free to throw in some suggestions of anything that you'd like to see, and hopefully it gets pulled out of the hat. And join us on episode 2 for the next 2 champions.
Yep. See what comes up.
See what comes about.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
See everybody.
Bye.